Welcome, all you lovely people, to your weekly energy update, and we're looking at the week of June 5th through June 12th. These are timeless, of course, so no matter when you're coming across these, they will have messages for you. I would trust your intuition if it brought you here. There are definitely messages for you. Now, we are just entering the Saturn Retrograde, which started on June 4th, and Saturn is going to be in Aquarius for this entire period starting June 4th going through October 23rd. Now, Saturn was the original traditional ruler over Aquarius before Uranus was discovered, so they do have this kind of old bond between them, so there's some extra juiciness and flavor that will be with Saturn coming through this period. You can kind of look at Saturn as like this strict grandfather who teaches us their wisdom, and when we do the work for them and do the work that they present to us, then they also reward us with, inheritance, right? So they are this taskmaster in a way, and so we just will look into where are they wanting us to do some work. And because this period of time from June 4th all the way through October 23rd, it will be in Aquarius in retrograde, it will be in our 11th house of Aquarius energy. So the classroom that we're going to be in, revisiting our beliefs, because that's what Saturn does. It has us challenge how we think about a particular area of our life. So the 11th house is about like our beliefs, our interactions with society, groups of friends or colleagues or whatever groups we're a part of. And it can be like our view of the entire world as well. So during this retrograde, Saturn is always having us do the work, but during the retrograde is kind of like our time to review our notes we've been taking as we're going through a classroom. We reflect on what we've learned and really what changes we want to introduce into our lives when Saturn goes direct on October 23rd. So, Saturn goes into retrograde every single year for about a third of the year. So this isn't something new and surprising for us. It's just something that will unfold for us. So for this reading, what we're going to be looking at is what would be in our highest experience to review during this Saturn retrograde. And I'm going to have a reading for each individual zodiac sign. I'm going to jump into yours right now. All right, all my Scorpios, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off with these archetype cards, and any of the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box below. But we'll start off with these, and they just show us different parts of our personality. So these are perfect just to see what area of our life the Creator thinks that would be good for us to review during this Saturn retrograde. So for our Scorpios, what would you like them to know? What would be for our highest experience to review? And I really feel like this is the one right here. And they actually do want two for you. So we will look at both of these. So we'll put those right here. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the Power of Surrender. Just see what other area of your life or kind of conjoined message these all come together as. All right, so for our Scorpios, what else would you like them to know, please? Okay. They did want that one right there. Okay, and they want to put that one in the middle. And then we're also going to pull from the Sun and Moon Tarot for clarification around all of this as well. It's a shuffle. And one more time. All right, what else for our Scorpios, please? Okay, they do want that one and that one. What else? Okay. Evidently that one. What else? And that one. Okay, that one, and that one. All right, so let me just get these lined up and we will get started here. And we're going to start with the Power of Surrender card in the middle here. And you got the Surrender to Your Intuition. So a great card here, and it says, tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. So definitely looking into your intuition, trusting your gut, and connecting to that, which, of course, you being water signs, you have that natural connection to the spiritual world. So this is no surprise for you and is right up your alley, of course. And then we'll take a look here at the archetypes. You've got the Slave card, and they both have light and dark attributes. So it's the lighter side of the energy is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. It's kind of that, nevertheless, thy will be done, not mine. It's trusting that what's unfolding is unfolding for you. The shadow attribute, the shadow side of that energy, is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So definitely there's this message here about trusting your intuition, trusting your connection to the higher realms, not the outside world, because that's the unstable world. And then, of course, connecting. And, the slave archetype isn't a bound slave. It's like someone who is a willing servant to an authority, right? And this one here is thief. So slave and thief. And you have the light attribute, which is shedding light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen, which shows your heart here. And then the shadow attribute, the darker side of the energy, is stealing money, stealing creative ideas or affection, or others' power you think you lack. So definitely with the combination of all of these three cards together, there is this turning inward for your worth, trusting that the love that the Creator has for you is this unconditional love. The worth that you're finding for yourself, you're finding from within. And there's this, both of these are like you're trying to look for your power on the outside. This is you giving away your power to the outside because you think that it is what you need to do in order to feel worthy, in order to feel whole and complete and lovable, all those delicious things. So the kind of the journey, the adventure, the reflection for this period of time is about your worth and your trust of the higher realms of what's true inside you. Because your intuition, of course, is this gut feeling. It's actually connects through the crown chakra, through our third eye chakra, through our throat chakra, down into the heart chakra, so that all of that is the upper connection to the upper world. So that is perfect for what we're talking about here. And I like that the first card that showed itself in the tarot piece is the Nine of Cups. Cups are your emotions. The nines are reminiscent of the nine in the major arcana, which is the Hermit. And the Hermit is all about this inner search. Because he goes inward and he has a lantern, and within that lantern is a big star, and that star is actually your higher self. That is you, this connection to the higher realm. So this emotional fulfillment that you're finding, this wholeness and this completeness, this is all about this beautiful inner search that you're going through here. So far, this is aligning just perfectly. I like it. And then we're going to start over here. Actually, they go, nope, over here. So we will do that. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Wands is like your drive, your ambition, your inspiration. It's your overall energy, but it's also your spiritual energy. So the ace is like the spark of a new awareness of your true energy, of your true power of who you really are, and it ignites something very deep within you, which of course would be this higher self here. I kind of I'm hearing the Kundalini energy, which if you look up Kundalini energy, it's like this power, this energy is at the seat of our root chakra, and it's just sitting there until we have this activation in our life where this connection to the upper realm just shoots up and connects us to the higher realm. And so I really feel like with this intuition and with that message coming for you, this is going to be a big next step for you in your spiritual awareness, your spiritual energy during this whole period of here, this Saturn retrograde. Of course, that started on June 4th and goes away up to October 23rd. So you do have this journey that's sparking now, and you just have this awareness that just grows and grows and grows from day to day, from week to week, to month, all the way through this period. And they want to jump over to this card over here, which you have the Two of Wands. So now I see why they wanted to go that one first. I go, no, number one and then number two. So you have the second the card that comes after this one. And this is all about, once you have that passion and this fire, what are you going to do with it? This is about making plans. It's about taking steps towards that connection. So it's putting some action behind this passion that's igniting within you. The other thing with the Two of Wands, all the twos in the minor arcana always are this reflection that there's two sides of you that are living this human experience. And with the Two of Wands, it's basically two types of energy that you get to kind of share or emanate in this life. One is from the human side, our fear-based side, the one that's rooted in conditional love, always this fear of not being enough and not being good enough, all these shadow attributes we were talking about. And then the other one is the higher attributes. It's those that are rooted in the unconditional love of the creator of all things and that entire spiritual realm that you connect with your intuition, right? So this is definitely a message about new energy coming in and this awareness during this period that you get to choose, because whatever you focus on in each moment is what you grow and expand. So if you're focusing on unconditional love and what you're grateful for, that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Also, if you're focusing on lack and what you don't like in your life and yada yada blah blah blah, the blah 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 grows and grows and grows and grows in your life as well. So very much empowering energy coming in here for you. And then they do want to go to this one over here. Then you have the Temperance card, card number 11. And this definitely has to do with these, again, balancing the two sides of our existence. You can even see the yin-yang right here, or the yin-yang, however you want to pronounce it there. And so there is this balancing between the two sides, knowing that it all happens on purpose for a purpose. You know, the shadow side is not an evil thing that should be destroyed. It shouldn't exist. It's wrong, wrong, wrong. It's actually was created specifically for our experience here. Because, you know, when you look at the yin-yang here, I mean, you have our light, bright side, but the little black dot in there represents that our shadow is a piece of ourselves that has an intention on purpose for a purpose. The same with all in this shadowy world that we're living in the physical world, there's that little white dot, which is our spiritual presence, our spiritual connection to the higher realm. So this Temperance card is very much about this understanding that it's all unfolding on purpose for a purpose, and there is definitely purpose to your shadow experiences as well as connecting. And when we're ready to connect to this higher realm, this higher place that you are obviously headed toward, you're going to yet another level, Scorpios. You're all about transformation. You're the transformative masters and geniuses of the zodiac. So you definitely have this hunger and ability to transform and to move up and to move up and to move up. So here you go again. Because here you go. The 10 of Pentacles. Tens are very much endings and new beginnings, but the 10 of Pentacles also is about your worth. Pentacles for me is about how we look to our outside selves and the worth that we put upon ourselves, how that reflects back to us, how we feel about ourselves. And the Ten of Pentacles is telling me that you are ready for this new view of how you see yourself and how your worthiness is just expanding and becoming more solid the more connection you make to the higher realms, to that unconditional love. I mean, it's a very successful, the harvest is coming in, it's very beautiful, and so I love that this came in here for you too. And then we're going to bounce back over here. And you got the Nine of Wands. So again, another 9. The Wands, this is about, usually it's about perseverance and keeping going. You know, don't give up. You have come so far and you've done so much. You're like at a pinnacle for this new expansion in your energy. And, you know, here's that little spark of a star I was talking about with the Hermit card. And the 9, again, is about finding your inner energy. In fact, I kind of want to put this one right next to this one. It's about finding this inner energy from within yourself, not from the outside world, but you're discovering this within. And then you also have the 4 of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And this card normally shows like 3 swords like on a wall, and then the person is sleeping on an Ace of Swords. What those 3 swords mean is that those are your expectations. I actually call the 3 of Swords the expectations card, because you normally see this huge heart in it, and they have these 3 swords that are stuck into it. And those are our shadow kind of experiences. It's what we're pointed outwardly by, you know, our shadow, our ego, the world, our society all tells us you're going to find your fulfillment in the outside world, either through relationships. That's one of the swords. The second sword is like situations or circumstances that you can be in, like education or your job or your social status, to situations that you can get in. And then the third sword is things, our body, our possessions, our bank accounts. And so we go out and we attempt relationships, whether it's family, friends, romantic, work, even with our fur babies or feather babies. We go out and experience all sort of situations, you know, and basically the things that are interesting us, that we're drawn to, that out of sometimes, usually out of fear, we're drawn to things like, I've got to do this in order to be lovable and acceptable. And then, of course, to gain more things, to have the best body that we can, to have as much money as we can, more. And all of those things are unstable, and they end up disappointing us because relationships, people change or they pass away. So that's disappointing. Then we have situations never stay the same. So that's disappointing. And then, of course, our bodies and our possessions and our bank accounts, things break down, they deteriorate, they are stolen, they burn down, right? So that's disappointing. So eventually we're so disappointed enough, all those disappointments keep pointing us back to internalness, which is what this is all about, these, you know, 9s. So it's pointing us back to find the truth from within. Now the Ace of Swords that they are on, that they sleep on, it's like the Ace of Wands. It's a gift from the heavens. It's this tool that you're given, and the Ace of Swords does 2 things. One, it allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those rooted in unconditional love. And then the other thing that it does is it allows us to cut away the small T truths that no longer serve us. So they served us for a time, giving us those disappointing experiences, allowing us to experience our opposites, so we see that there is light by experiencing shadow. Because if we're always around light all the time, we wouldn't even realize it exists until there's light, and then you see shadow, right? There's shadow. So this is this beautiful transformation, because that Ace of Swords allows you to put your mind at rest. It brings a peaceful mind available to you, stable mind, because 4s are a very stable number. Think of like a huge table with huge legs. It's a very solid, strong foundation. So with that new knowledge, as you connect to the higher realms during this Saturn retrograde and you're focusing on this, it brings you such wonderful truths that it actually brings you peace of mind. It brings you this wholeness of this emotional completeness from within and this energetic, this life force that's happening from within you, that, you know, as you're not looking to the outside world to make you feel whole and complete, you're finding all this within you. And when you find it within you, no one can take that away. The outside world, like we talked about, is so unstable, you know, with all those things constantly changing and being temporary. We, you know, feel like we're in chaos. We feel like we're in a, you know, doing somersaults around in our hurricane or a tornado. Just, but you come to the eye of the storm. You come to this place of peace and this place of wholeness and this completeness within. So there is this beautiful message unfolding for you during this period of time. And this is, of course, starting to trigger this week with this message for you. So I'm excited to see where this takes you as you kind of do this balance and this ebb and flow, understanding the shadow and the light, and that there is always a second choice with whatever you're going through. We have a choice of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. So beautiful message for you here. I don't have anything else to add. I hope this helped out for this week and going forward through this Saturn retrograde. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, these weekly readings, I also put out a monthly reading for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button. Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in a great way, because when you like a video, you share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, of course, I am very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all you Scorpios, as you go through this amazing week and this Saturn retrograde, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, though. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.